thank you so much for welcoming me into your home. Wow. Do you hear that? It was just a little light sprinkle when I was driving over. Sounds like I got here just in time. Okay. Well, it looks like you are all comfy cozy and settled in. A lot of clients like to drift off to sleep during their massage, either for a nap or for a full night's sleep. Is that what you were planning? Okay, great. We're gonna get started with a couple of quick questions about your massage preferences, and then we'll get ahead with the massage, okay? Alright, let me grab my little checklist. Okay, so overall, do you prefer light, medium, or intense pressure for your massage? Okay. With that in mind, are there any areas of your body that you'd like me to be extra gentle or extra firm with? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, finally, I do have a variety of massage oils that I use. I do have an unscented oil. I also have a few scented ones. The ones you can choose from are lavender, and that one is a really relaxing scent. It's great for sleep. I have chamomile, which is very calming. We have a citrus blend, which is very bright scent. It's great for boosting your mood. I have amber, which is warm and comforting. And I have eucalyptus, which is great for clearing up sinus congestion. A lot of my clients who are having trouble sleeping because they're congested, they love that one. So do you want one of the scented ones, or do you want the unscented? Which one do you like? So, great choice. Well, I am going to need to leave some lights on so I can see what I'm doing. Put this away. I did bring a really nice sleep mask for you. It's complimentary. You can keep it. So I'll place that on you, and that's going to block out any light and help you get to sleep, okay? Alright, let me go ahead and grab that. Okay, this should make it nice and dark, and it feels really nice, and this is just going to help you relax really deeply, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this over your eyes, and then I'll close it up in the back there. It just has a really little Velcro closure. So I'm going to go ahead and, may I? Okay. On here. Gonna wrap it around your head. And let's go ahead and attach it in the back here. Good. Alright. How does that feel? Not too tight, not too loose? Okay, great. And are we getting full blackout, or is there any light sneaking in around the edges? Okay, good. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and grab your oil here, and then we'll get started. Okay. So the one you picked is right here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put some on my hands. And I'm gonna warm it up a little bit for you. I'm gonna start with your neck and shoulders. I'm just gonna smooth the oil onto your skin, starting with your neck here. And let's get your shoulders first on the left. Just letting it glide on the right. Both sides. There we go. Now, I'm gonna start here with the base of your neck. You're gonna feel my thumbs on either side of the base of your neck, right here and here. I'm gonna be using my thumbs to make small, slow circles. Just moving down your neck, down and up. Little circles on either side of your spine, not pressing on the spine itself. There we go. Just kind of warming up the muscles. Don't want to give too much pressure to start. I want to give your muscles a chance to get used to my touch and to relax a little before I get in too deep. Okay. Now moving down the neck. Gonna be warming up the muscles along your upper traps here. Gonna start on the left. Long, gliding strokes. Slow and steady, just getting those muscles warm and relaxed. Okay, let's get the upper trap, right side. Getting down into your levator scapulae, working on both sides here. Just kind of using my palms to do these nice smooth strokes. Nice gentle compression. There we go. Okay. Alright. Gonna get back to the back of your neck here. Using the tips of my fingers. A little more pressure this time. If I can. I'm not putting any pressure on the spine itself, but working along the sides here. From the base of your skull, right here. Letting the muscles loosen and relax beneath my touch. Working down to the base of your neck. Good. Alright. do some downward strokes across the tops of the shoulders. Kind of outward, sweeping strokes on both sides here. There we go. Okay, let's do some light sort of kneading motions here. Beautiful. Okay. Gonna move on to your back. Gonna get a little more of your oil here first. Perfect. Warming up in my hands. Okay. Go ahead and smooth that all the way down your back, starting from the top, going down to the bottom. Some very long, broad strokes, just to get the oil on there. Good. Get a little bit more. I'm starting to use a little bit of pressure, just gliding both hands down your back, from your shoulders, all the way down, across the mid-back, down the lower back. There we go. I'm going to be starting with using both hands to do some effleurage strokes. That's just these long and firm, but very gentle strokes using the whole hand. Both sides here. They're perfect for encouraging circulation, for warming up the muscles, and they're very relaxing as well. Gentle palm glides, letting the muscles soften down the back. Once again, going down the sides of the spine, pressure on the spine itself, of course. There we go. Is that about the right amount of pressure? Okay. It seems like your body's responding really well to it. Now, starting kind of the mid-back here. Here we go, the mid-back. I'm going to be using the heels of my hands to do these sort of circular motions. These kind of gentle outward circles here. Working outwards and down. Really taking my time. I make my way down the mid-back, down to the lower back, just melting away all the tension. Good. I can already feel your body is more relaxed. Good. Okay. down the length of the back here. Muscles are feeling nice and warm. I'm gonna go a little deeper with the pressure. Still being very gentle and sensitive with my touch. I can always sense little micro movements of the muscles if the pressure is getting too deep or too intense. I find my clients tend to report back to me that I am really good at just being able to sense the exact amount of pressure they want. But if I'm getting it wrong and it's a little too firm or not firm enough, please do tell me. Using my thumbs along either side of your spine, I'm going to start your upper back here. I'm going to be pressing slowly to the paraspinals. Once again. Let's go ahead and actually start on the left side with that. Kind of leaning into the pressure, still taking care to be gentle, but a little more intention this time. Let's do the same along the right side here. Using my thumbs to distribute the pressure smoothly and evenly down the back. Beautiful. Alright, and now I'm going to use my whole hand, palms and fingers to do some firm, long strokes down both sides of your back. All the way down. From the upper back, down to the lower back. Letting the muscles soften, slow and steady. Good. Okay. Go ahead and move on to your arms next. We're going to start with your upper arms and elbows. We'll start on the right, and then we'll do the left side. And after that, we'll move on to your forearms and your hands. Get a little more of that oil. Let's move that onto your upper arm here, right? And the shoulder all the elbow. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to start here at your deltoid and gently work my way down through the biceps and triceps. Warming up the muscles to start, and getting progressively a little firmer, deeper as the muscles relax and release. kneading strokes, kind of squeezing and releasing the muscle. Just help it loosen up a little. Firm but gentle. There we go. Making my way down to the elbow. I'm not be very delicate here. I'm just kind of softening the area around your elbow with these small circular movements. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the left side. A little more oil. Once again, just starting at the shoulder and smoothing the oil on. All the way down the upper arm, down to the elbow. There we go. Very nice. Okay. And once again, we're gonna start up here with the deltoid. Nice and firm. Getting the perfect amount of pressure to help the muscles soften, to melt away any tension as we work down to the biceps, triceps. There we go. Let's do some more of those nice kneading strokes. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Make my way down to the left elbow here. Just relaxing and softening that area. These little circular strokes. Good. Okay. I'm going to move back over to the right side and start working on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand. Okay. I think we have enough oil on the upper arm that I can kind of just take my hand and smooth it all the way down across the arm, down past the elbow. There we go. Using these long, smooth strokes to transfer it down to the forearm. Good. Okay. Now, you can just do your best to really let your whole arm fully relax, nice and loose and limp and floppy. Good. Okay. Now I'm working through your forearm, along the extensors and the flexors, just easing out any tension. Okay. Not too much direct pressure here, just these long warming strokes. Some gentle fingertip circles here around the wrist. Get the back of the wrist. Moving around to the front of the wrist. Good. Okay. I'm going to take your hand. Again, doing your best to just let it be nice and relaxed and loose. Good. I use my thumbs to gently press into the palm and nice, soothing, slow circles. Just like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and give a little attention to each of the fingers. I'm going to start with your thumb here. One by one, just going to do a kind of gentle pull and release. Start with the thumb. Pull and release. Pointer finger, pull and release. Middle finger, pull and release. Good. Ring finger, gentle pull, release. And your little pinky, you're going to pull and release. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and get your left forearm. Once again, I think we have enough oil in the upper arm here that I can just start with the upper. Smooth it down. Down, 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 over the elbow, down the forearm. Down the forearm and making sure it's nice. And there we go, okay. So sort of working my way down the forearm. Melting away any tension here along the flexor, extensor. Gently, gently easing out the tension. Good. Okay. Some gentle attention to the wrists again. Back of the wrist. Front of the wrist. Good. Okay, I'm gonna take your palm. Once again, keeping that arm nice and relaxed. There we go, nice and loose. Okay. Using my thumbs to make some slow, firm circles on the palm. Really feeling the muscles soften, release. Good. Good. Those fingers. Again, I'm going to start with the thumb. Going to be a pull and a release. Pointer finger. Pull and release. Middle finger. Pull and release. Ring finger. Release. And your pinky. Nice firm pull and release. Next, I'm going to be moving down to your thighs. Again, we'll start on the right, and then we'll get the left side. After that, we've got your calves. Get a little attention to your ankles, your lower leg area, and we will finish up with your feet. Okay. So I'm just going to move around here. Okay. Gonna get some more oil. Let's warm that up. Okay. Smooth that onto the thigh area here. Get a little more. Okay. Got some big muscles in the thighs here. So I'm mostly going to be using the heels of my hands, starting with these kind of broad warming strokes over the quads. For the hamstrings too. Alternating between the heels of my hands, doing circles, and using open palms to do this kind of sweeping, gliding, upward motion, encouraging circulation, letting muscles soften, melting away the tension. Good. Okay. Circles with the heels of the hand. There we go. Getting some cross fiber friction on the thighs here. Good. Good. Let's go ahead to the left side now. More oil. Smoothing it onto the thigh. Okay. Again, starting with the quads and then moving onto the hamstrings. Alternating between circles with my hands. These long gliding strokes. Open palm. Good. Really feeling those muscles release and relax. Beautiful. Okay, now we're about ready to move on to the calves. Do some lower leg attention. Gonna move back to the right side over here. Getting a little further away here. Grab some oil. Okay. Now, not gonna do too much with the shins here, but I am gonna glide some oil on over the whole leg. Front, sides, and back. Get started on your calf muscles. muscles here, pressing on the gastrocnemius and the soleus muscle, letting them relax and release. Now let's go ahead and move on down to the ankle. Just applying some gentle pressure with both thumbs. Little circles. Good. And now I'm going to do some upward strokes from the ankle to the knee. Firm, gentle, slow and steady. Feeling the muscles get warm and soft. Beautiful and relaxed, okay. Let's get the other side. A little more oil. Once again, smoothing it on the whole lower leg area, front, sides, back, down over the ankles. Good. And starting some work on the calf muscles here, the soleus and gastrocnemius muscles. Good. Slow and steady, deep and gentle, adding those muscles. Soften and release. Beautiful, okay. Little ankle attention with these little circles, very gentle. Okay, and nice upward strokes from the ankle to the knee. Okay, I'm just going to finish up with some slow, relaxing work on your feet. I want to assure you that I have really perfected of sensing with my hands the exact amount of pressure that's right for everyone's individual feet. It's not going to hurt, it's not going to tickle, it's going to be just right, okay? Let's go ahead and start with the right foot. I think I can kind of just smooth the oil from the lower leg onto the foot here. Maybe a little more oil from the top. Just a bit. Okay. Smoothing the oil. Right one here, smoothing, squeezing. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use my thumbs here on the arch of your foot. Gently pressing into the arch with just the right amount of pressure. And then gently pulling back. The arch to the heel. Good. Now using my thumbs toes are going to glide up from the heel to the ball of your foot, up and out. Gonna kind of grab the toes in my hand here, give a nice squeeze, and release. Squeeze and release. Using both hands to kind of grab toes and squeeze and release. Good. Okay, use my whole hand now to work the side, to work the inner side of the foot, outer side of the foot. Gentle attention to the top of the foot. Good. One more time back to the underside of the foot. Downward strokes from the ball of the foot to the heel. Feeling the muscle soften, relax, release. Good. Alright, let's get the other foot. Grab a little more oil for this one. And smooth it on over the foot. Toes and the top of the foot. Sides of the foot. The heel. Okay. Now again, I'm going to start by using my thumbs to press into the arch of the foot. The perfect, just right amount of pressure. Okay, so pressing and pressing. I'm going to gently pull back from the arch to the heel, and then up from the heel to the ball of the foot. Grabbing onto the toes with both hands, giving them a big group squeeze here, and release. Okay. Again, squeeze, and release. Okay. Now, get the inner side of the foot, the outer side of the foot. Gently across the top of the foot. Let's finish up with a little more attention to the bottom of the foot here. Again, pressing into the arch. Feeling the muscles of the foot soften. Release. Nice and warm. Good. Okay. Gently pulling back into the heel. And then from the heel up to the palm of the foot. Good. Okay. I hope you feel as relaxed as you look right now. I could really feel a difference under my hands throughout the massage. Your whole body is feeling much more relaxed than when we started. That's great. So I'm going to go ahead and let myself out. I'll make sure to lock the door behind me. I'll leave you to enjoy some nice deep rest and course, I would be happy to come back and give you another massage anytime. You just give me a call, okay? Alright, well, thank you, and good night.